Hi guys, Sherry here from Notebooks Giving Crew. How's it going? So I thought I'd do another twin flame reading for you. It's a little bit early. So this will be for the energies from December the 1st until the 7th. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick cut of the deck here. And we'll pull the cards. Alright, first one, female side is Magical Map Shifter. Male is Magical Stream. Lots of magic happening. Balancing Act. Sacred Pool. Oh, this one came up upside down. Strength. Bone Collector. Commitment. Talisman in reverse. Stuck in the Mud. Goblins. Encouragement reverse. Listening. And the last one, Gentle Gardener in reverse. Alright, I will be right back. Hi guys, okay, so I'm back. I've had a look at the cards. So what I'm seeing here is that there seems to be a major imbalance happening between the two sides. The first card here, Magical Map Shifter. This is all about looking at the people in your life and seeing how they've impacted your growth. Okay, so specifically within, the recent past, like today or yesterday, that kind of thing. And you need to recognize the important change agents that they are and how they've influenced your life. And to choose those people that bring out the best in you, that engage your higher self, or you know what I mean. So this is kind of showing up in the past position. So you've been looking at your life, and you're seeing, certain people who have impacted your life, and either you want to emulate those people or cut them out of your life. The next card here is card number 11. And that's Balancing Act. So this speaks about, your world seems a little topsy-turvy. You feel like you're balancing balancing 1,000 balls or something like that. I don't know what the analogy is, but, something in your life is causing you to feel unbalanced. So what you're asked to do is look at your life and try to restore balance. And it also has to do about choosing harmony over discord, so walking away from conflict and letting go of those things that aren't serving you anymore. The next card up is number 44, Strength in reverse. So I thought I'd read this one to you guys. Just hold on one sec. Okay. When you see the Strength card in reverse, pay particular attention to your health, for this indicates your body, mind, and spirit need strengthening at this time. Exercise, rest, and proper nutrition are necessary to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork, as now is a time for building your stamina. Perhaps you feel the bonds weakening in a relationship. If they are in danger of being broken, they may need to be repaired. Attend to them before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong. Face the reality of your relationship at this time and give it your attention. For any fragile threads may give way. Let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. So, you're asked to really have a close look at, the relationships in your life. Clearly something's causing you to feel imbalanced, and it's affecting your health. So be truthful and analyze your life and really let go of those things that are robbing you of your life force. The final card here is commitment, and I believe it showed up the last time around. So if you're able to, do some clearing and regain your balance, then, true commitment and partnership can come into your life at that time. So the energy that's being brought into into the reading from the female side is stuck in the mud, and that came up before as well. So you're being forced to stop and look at your life and be aware and observe, and then from that you'll gain clarity. All right, over to the male side here. We got magic stream. So that speaks of being tapped into the collective consciousness. So being aware that, intuitive information or, grand design type ideas don't just come to one person, they come to the collective, right? So whatever your actions are set out into the collective as well. So it's kind of a back and forth thing. The next card up is Sacred Pool. So this card asks you to look in the mirror and do you like what you see? A lot of this card has to do with negative self-talk. So I'm actually going to read this one to you. Hold on a sec. Okay. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you want to see in the world. When you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The Sacred Pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress, so a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for right now. Reflect by the Sacred Pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. Okay, so yeah, and again, the card above that is number 1, the Bone Collector, and that again speaks of, when you're a child, you're wounded and get set up this pattern of behaviors and, unconscious behavior. So if you're faced with a similar situation, you're going to react out of conditioning, out of a conditioned response, and you're not even aware that you're doing it. So again, it's all about being hurt and, having that limited self-belief about yourself as a result of it. Okay, so this card up here, number 49, the Talisman in reverse. Just give me a second, I'll read that one to you as well. A reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of your repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry with them the reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet here you are faced with an important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this: if you've fallen down a hole a few times, why would you walk around it? Why wouldn't you walk around it, I'm assuming, this time? If you know where the hole lies, treasure that wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on this path to gain greater wisdom, regardless of the choices you make. This is the time to ask others who have been there before for advice or assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So yeah, it's kind of like this realization that you are connected to the consciousness, and you're starting to realize these patterns of behaviors in your life. Okay, so the Goblin. is next. So this is the energy that's being brought in from the male aspect, which I kind of consider to be the ego aspect of yourself. So number 5. Okay. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in the experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought you into being. By mimicking your voice, tricking you into believing you're unworthy, victimized, and unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-esteem and self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of yourself or something or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentment and negative self-talk within you is a spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of negativity. So again, there's that negative self-talk. And when you realize that it's all part of conditioning, that it's not actually your voice that's speaking to you, that will give you a lot of clarity and insight and wisdom, and you can make changes in your life. Encouragement in reverse. A misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition. Now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well. You can always start again, take another road, and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows what you need. Need. Something better waits around the corner. So yeah, these are all about, realizing your traps and choosing to take a different path. Right? It's all about negative self-talk. Okay, so 53 listening, is all about now is not the time to speak your mind. It's a time for listening. So let me just quickly read it here. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to listen. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment for the deeper insight. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving a listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures that greater understanding of your circumstances. So yeah, observe for clarity and listen for clarity. And the final card in the middle here, which is Gentle Gardener in reverse. Do you harbor resentment? How often do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack of limitation? Every time you send out a desire for something but secretly harbor a belief that you're undeserving of it, you plant weeds in the field of dreams. When the gentle gardener appears in the reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of your negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thoughts, seeds you send out into the world. Weeds choke the life out of your beautiful garden. No need to fret, however, because once you recognize this, you can always remove the bad seeds and replace it with healthy ones. Forgiveness is your most powerful restorative tool. All right, so remove the negative seeds in order to regain your health, and that's exactly what these two cards are saying right here. Okay, something still needs to be addressed. And this whole ego aspect is really being looked at very carefully. you're starting to see these negative patterns and how they continue to lead you down these dead ends, right? And it's all because of the reality that you see or that you believe in. You know, it's that negative self-talk. And none of it is true. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are deserving of love. You need to believe that. Otherwise, it's going to continue to lead you down these painful roads until you learn that lesson. All right, so I think what the overall message is that you still have that chance to turn your life around, to take a different path, and just know that you know, Spirit has a plan for you, you know, and start living, you know, truthfully, and you know, strive to be the best that you can possibly be. You know, be that higher version of yourself, your best version, and that will lead you to love. All right, guys. Cheers. Hope this helps.